What's up guys, Alex from McVeigh Games here, and today I'm going to have another gameplay of Lorcana. I'm playing the Mustard deck, or aka Amber Ruby, with Mufasa. So my list is a little bit different than the conventional list. It's very similar, because there's only certain good yellow-red cards, but I'm testing out like Snow White, and my ratios are probably not correct. But the whole idea of the deck is to have a lot of really good bombs that you can get off Mufasa, and I can add back Mufasa with like Hades and stuff like that. So getting a Mufasa there is pretty good. We can get rid of Surfer Stitch, we don't need him as of right now. Then we can go play a Queen and pass. It's nice that they didn't start out with the Cinderella, because Cinderella is a really strong start for yellow, just because it threatens that Let the Storm Rage On. They ink a Greatest Mastermind. They play a Flute, interesting, and then they pass. So we draw another Queen, so we could probably ink that. And then from here we can play the Mother Gothel, and then we'll pass. Because next turn, if we really wanted to, we can ink a card, and then play Just in Time to play down Rapunzel to draw 3 cards, which can be pretty solid for us. This is probably Steel Song Wheel, most likely. And then they quest with their Queen, see if they're going to play a whole new world. Nope, and they play a Baby Cinderella. So yes, definitely want to. So what? No, we'll link them. I like having Mufasas. We'll play 1 jump ahead into Rapunzel. We'll draw 3 cards, which is pretty solid, and we'll pass because unfortunately Queen puts a lot of pressure. Interesting to see if they're going to play a whole new world. See if that can do anything for them, because they are low in cards. They can sing it, and we have plenty of cards. Place another Flute down. Last card in hand. If it's a whole new world, that's insane. If it's not, then we probably win because we're just so far ahead. But nope, whole new world. Resets everything. Get another Just in Time. No, I was going 1 jump ahead. Wow, nope, Just in Time. That's interesting. They sing Let the Storm Rage On, so that can deal with my Queen. And then they draw a card, and then both Flutes can tap for them. So they're in a pretty advantageous position right now. That whole new world really helped them out. My Mother Gothel, though, can efficiently deal with the Queen. And then all I'm going to have to deal with is these super weak Cinderellas. So we draw Dragon Maleficent. That's a couple of turns out, so we could probably ink it. From here, that might be the play. Just take some damage, whack it, and then Rapunzel can come down and draw 4. Or draw 3, not 4. And we inked, and we'll pass. So hopefully they don't play another whole new world. That would be a little unfortunate for us, as we have 9 cards in hand. They play Ariel. Let's see if they can hit it. Because if they hit it, that gives us a turn to try to play most of our hand. Nope, they get Grab Your Sword, which makes our hand a little weaker. Nothing too crazy. Mini's pretty good in this situation, just because it's evasive. Even though they do have damage removal. We still want to place our hand though. Not all the way, but definitely enough that we can post threats. Hades can definitely add back good stuff that was discarded. I can play Hades, add back Mufasa. But if they're going to play a whole new world, then that might be a little unfortunate. They decide just to quest a singular Cinderella. So, knowing they have a Grab Your Sword, probably is right to. We'll play a Queen, and we'll just +1. We will quest a Stitch and play a Stitch. putting it in the situation that if they do grab your sword, they 1-for-1 trade. But if they choose not to, then we have a Stitch that then can shift into Rockstar, which could be pretty solid. And it's conserving a little bit of resources. So they do play grab your sword. That was a top deck. So I believe still having another grab your sword in their hand, which they could just hard play and wipe the whole field, which they might do here. Which wouldn't be too terrible for us, because we can have Hades. Yep. And then they can double Flute and then double Quest with Cinderella. So we'll be a little bit behind the 8 ball, but we might be able to catch up advantage-wise, especially now that 2 grab your swords are gone. So we can play little guys. Unfortunately, they are getting a little bit high in questing. And then if they do end up having a whole new world, that would be a little unfortunate. So we'll play Hades. We'll add back. Now we could also be really good here. Yeah, I'll add Maui. Then from here, we'll ink the mini. And we'll play Queen and Stitch, posing a threat of double shiftables. And we're past here. I felt Maui was a little bit better than Mufasa, because we can start dealing with their board presence and really force them to get back into the game with a whole new world, because they're not really posing too much of a threat. Ariel, very, very strong here. Let's see what they're going to hit. And they grab your sword, so they can play that and wipe my whole field, which would be fine, because then now we can come down the next turn and deal with the Ariel that they're gonna tap here. And then this can put them at 11. Double Flute is really, really putting in a lot of work here. They ink a Rapunzel. See what else they're gonna do here. They went through 3 grabber swords, so that's kind of a lot. They play Prince. That's kind of interesting. Definitely gonna protect their little guys. And my Maui is going to deal with the Prince, so it was definitely a good choice that I chose the Maui. So we draw a Snow White. She's a little slow for this situation in the game, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can't always top deck the best cards. And we will just deal with the Prince, and they're only going to quest for potentially 6 next turn, putting them up to 17, which is very spooky range. So we might end up losing this one. They draw a Queen as an inkable for turn, so that's pretty solid for them. Let's see if they get another perfect wheel, where they can discard their whole hand and play a whole new world. They play Rockstar Stitch, and it looks like they're going to sing. Have that curse over Ariel. Might be a whole new world, which then would let them trigger their double flutes. And they could quest for a 5, putting them very far ahead. But if they don't have a whole new world, that's going to be very solid for us. And especially if they don't have a song, then their flutes aren't going to tap. That's even better for us. So it might be a damage song. They are cursoring over the Mother Gothel, so that could be interesting. They are taking a little bit to figure out what play. They haven't really went through too much, and they just pass. Okay. So if that's a song in their hand, then that would be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's a song, they win, which would suck. So we're just going to have to draw 2 as if it is not a song, because we can't do anything about their current board state to prevent it. So we're just going to pass and hope they do not draw a song or have a song. Let's see what that precious top deck is. It is a flute. Okay. That's good for us. And then it all comes down to this last card in the hand. If it's a song, they win. If it's not a song, then we have a chance. And there it is. But they sang it. But with the flute, that is 1, 2, 3, 15, 18, and that is game. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay safe, and peace.